Now we have to see about pleiotropy in genetics. This is about a single gene. You say the mutation with the alleles of the gene affects not only the function, immediate expression of the gene, it affects the other parts also, the expression of other parts in the body. What we can say, some several consequences of the mutation occurs with the single gene, and this condition is explained with some examples from humans. Now we can explain with one of the examples, phenylalanine metabolism. Now phenylalanine is an amino acid that you may be knowing, which will get converted into tyrosine, one more amino acid. Now for the conversion of this phenylalanine into tyrosine, there is required the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. When you say it is an enzyme, definitely it depends on a gene for its expression. Now in this case, assume the gene gets mutated. That you say both of the alleles of the gene get mutated, accordingly it seems recessive, homozygous recessive. In such condition, the enzyme will not be produced. So what would happen? The phenylalanine cannot be converted into tyrosine. So the quantity of the phenylalanine, the amount of phenylalanine will be excess in the blood of the individual where this gene is recessive. And here the tyrosine is acting as a precursor, an important precursor for the production of melanin, and also the thyroxine, what you say, the thyroid hormone. And on the other side, due to the heavy accumulation of phenylalanine, as it is not going into the further step through the tyrosine, there it gets converted into phenylpyruvic acid, and even will go into the formation of phenyl lactic acid. That way, when they are released into the blood, into the urine, it is said to be phenylketonuria. That is, the urine will contain more amount of phenylpyruvic acid and a considerable quantity of phenyl lactic acid that way. Now clinically it causes the symptom mental retardation. So here you see, because of the absence of this enzyme or due to the recessive condition of this gene, phenylalanine gets accumulated in the blood in a large quantity, which will be resulting in the formation of mental retardation. That way, so the gene responsible for one function, because of its recessive condition, will be showing its effect on the development of brain, and that way the intellectual disabilities may be caused in that individual. On the other side, because of the absence of this enzyme, more amount of tyrosine may not be synthesized from the conversion of phenylalanine. That way the precursor becomes less in quantity. Even though through the food there may be available tyrosine to an extent, the sufficient quantity, the enough quantity to produce melanin pigment and thyroxine and the hormones may not be available. So that way the precursor is, what you say, the quantity of the precursor becomes less. That is the effect of, what you say, the pleiotropic effect of this gene over the consequential activity of the tyrosine. Now this gene not going to affect the tyrosinase, the gene for producing tyrosinase, which may go through the formation of melanin pigmentation. Or you say thyroid peroxidase, the enzyme, that is the gene responsible for the production of thyroid peroxidase to get into thyroxine production. Now this gene is not going to act directly on the genes responsible for the production of these enzymes. Simply, it prevents the formation of precursor for the further steps of the metabolism. Accordingly, there is effects, that is lack of melanin pigmentation at skin region and eyes, and deficiency of thyroid hormones, all those happen. And also the accumulation of phenylpyruvic acid in the body as well as the urine, which is clinically expressing as causing mental retardation. All those, a good example for pleiotropy. That is the effect of change with one gene on the other physical features at different parts of